river road that wound to Belle Mont, the great house of the Lowndes kindred. There stood a sycamore, older than the county itself, its arms spread wide as a gallows. From one of those arms come the first frost of '64. Swung a man in a captain's coat, the hemp about his throat still creaking. Though the wind had long dyed his crime, none spoke aloud, save that he had raised hand or voice against the child they called the Lassie Prodigy. Marco Slim comes. That same night the stables took fire, orange tongues licking the sky till the rafters fell in cascades of sparks. Carriage house followed, wheels and axles twisting like sinners in the flame. Black powder smoke rolled thick as judgment, and the house servants fled barefoot across the stubble, crying that the dead walked. Marco Slim comes. Torches flared in the yard, borne by men whose faces were lost in shadow. They ringed the lawn where the swing hung from its iron hook beneath the sycamore, the same tree that cradled the hanged captain. And there, upon the velvet seat, lay the child. Fair she was, fairer than new cream poured in moonlight. Albus, Candidus, Nevus, as the Latin masters said when they came to test her. At 7 summers she spoke French to the tutor, Greek to the priest, and sang psalms in Hebrew that made the preacher weep. She could recite whole volumes of Scott or Byron after a single reading, her small fingers dancing over their hikesing hoard as if the keys were swans upon a lake. When she moved, it was with the long-necked grace of crane and cygnet, and grown men swore Helen herself had been sent back in miniature to shame the world. Now she lay broken on the ground beneath the swing, her white frock torn and fouled with the dew of death, one silken slipper lost in the scuffle. The rope that had held the swing had been cut, or had it cut itself, and the child had fallen, neck bent wrong, eyes open to the stars she once named in 7 tongues. Nevermore her charm, nevermore the voice that answered in any tongue addressed her, nevermore the fingers that turned the pages of any tome, nevermore the song of seraphim, nor the dancer's poise upon the wax floor, nevermore elegance, nevermore the pearl bright wonder of Belle Mont. He stooped there in his faded red and black, gaunt as famine, and lifted what gently falls into the mouth of his sack. No one saw him plain, only the swirl of frost where his boots had trod, and the creak of the sycamore bough that bore the captain's weight long after the captain was gone. And when the torches guttered out and the great house stood blackened against the dawn, the swing hung empty, swaying though no wind stirred. The child was gone from sight, yet folks swear that on certain nights when the moon is thin and the river mist rises, you may still hear a small voice reciting verses in a tongue no living soul remembers, and the faint rustle of silk upon the air. Marco Slim comes, and the dead is pale.